or something, different tweaks
Yeah, and
to the
then
deagle.
recently didn't they make it slightly more accurate? But nevertheless, we're going into the game here.
Yes.
VP against
Thank
Dignitas.
goodness, because I'm just so excited to see this game just get live, because this is going to be crazy. Dignitas and Virtus.pro. Dignitas, they're the up-and-comers, the young blood, if you will, the team that really has so much to prove. And they're doing it. They're proving so much. They really have what it takes to be up there with a team like Virtus.pro. They deserve this stage. They've earned this stage. And let's see what they can do with it now as we're checking out the knife round. We're actually seeing them having a bit of a hard time on the knife round there. So, oh dear. Looks like Virtus.pro most likely going to get to pick CT start.
Yeah, I'd expect them to go CT. See whether Device has anything to say about this. You know Dignitas want that CT side first. They're well known for having a strong CT. But looks like VP are going to win that one. And we'll see what they go with. Yep, VP will switch.
Indeedy do. So, all right, we'll see Dignitas rocking the terrorist side. And we have Virtus.pro on the counter-terrorist side. This is Best of One, of course, and you're tuned in to FACEIT TV with me, DDK, and Stress commentating with me. This awesome action here as they're just doing some more warm-up there. And here we go. We're getting alive into the match. Let's get it going.
Cannot wait for this one. Again, guys, we got that slight little bug on eBot where it hasn't put the names around, but it is Dignitas on the T side. We'll see how much or how many rounds they can pick up before they swap over to their favorite CT side. But it is all to play for here, best of one. Let's see what Dignitas have got. How are they going to play this one out? As, they do look to split up actually this time.
Yeah, pretty even spread across the map with a decoy toss straight up the middle there. And we're seeing basically short and apartments forfeited from Dignitas. They're playing 2 arch and 1 at the small pit here as they allow apartments to be taken over by Virtus.pro, and they won't. It's going to be pretty much an even situation here. Can they actually make good of this and get the bomb down?
Man, Fetish actually tagged Neo incredibly hard down to 5 health, and they've managed to shove VP all the way around to arches. Here, what can VP do to try and get back onto the site? Dignitas is spread out pretty evenly across, and they're funneling VP all the way past Library. Here come the shots. Zifnix actually turns himself away. It looks like Device, not quite able to pick up Bialy, but Zifnix picks it up. Dupree with a double kill as Fetish will take down Pasha. Snacks answers that and picks Dupree off, and now we're left to a 2v1. Snacks left to defuse the bomb. Can he beat out Zifnix and Fetish? As the timer is ticking down, they're not going to be able to. How many frags can they pick up to end this one? Not going to be able to defuse. That is Dignitas keeping 2 members alive. Wow, Zifnix on 1 health at the end of that round.
It's always a tough situation when, I mean, on these pistol rounds, you often find yourself without a kit in that spot, and that really just that puts you into kind of a mindset of desperation. You just got to go now, and just stuck in the smokes over at Graveyard. Maybe you didn't even know where he was, just in amongst all the smokes there. But either way, Virtus.pro going to go down 1 round there at the start of this, which is, of course, amazing. We see a couple, well, actually, in fact, 3 AK-47s on the anti-eco there for Dignitas. So definitely going to be taking this really slow.
Yeah, they are going to see whether VP are going to play aggressively. VP aren't really going to play aggressive on this second round here, not with the kind of buys they've gone for. They've gone for that armor buy, though, so looking to kind of survive through this round and force Dignitas onto the back foot for round 3, but Dignitas, I think, are already kind of preempting this. This is the spot where Fetish managed to put Neo down to 5 health from the logs, but Device got a little bit of damage down onto Snacks, but nothing to write home about yet, as this is a slow round out by Dignitas. Not looking to push either bomb site all that heavily yet.
Yeah, just slowly just waiting at the beginning of the round for all the pre-nades, first of all. Secondly, they're just really just holding spots. Is someone going to make a peek? Because Virtus.pro, they don't know anything, so they have to have at some point try to get some information. Well, they don't have to, but it's quite likely that they'll try to get some information. Just just a little bit of a peek can give them a chance at a pick, and we can see they are just letting it go, just rushing on into the site.
Yeah, occasion being Device managed to pick up frags, but there was one picked up by Taz, I believe it was, as Dignitas headed into the bomb site. Now, VP are going to pretty much give this one up here. Looks like maybe Snacks wants to find an angle out of Library, but I don't know whether he'll be able to get all that much from them, as VP really just don't want to lose the armor that they have. They're going to look to pick up some exit frags perhaps as Dignitas leave the site, but Neo now going up against KGB will find the kill, and he's going to secure. It looked like, yeah, it was a Galil that he manages to pick up there, so that was a good exit frag from Neo.
I love how everyone but Pasha, I mean, well, Snacks and Neo are just lurking around there, and you can see it actually worked out. I mean, Snacks didn't actually find a weapon, but Neo did. He got the kill and the Galil, so that's definitely a pretty big deal, because they had to, of course, eco another round, and now they get to do it with Neo, who can basically just keep his armor and his Galil. So let's see what he's able to do with that. It could be quite nice to work with. He's going to be on B here, and he's looking that he's going to go for an aggressive little peek on Car, and he gets taken down straight away.
He did manage to get Dupree all the way down to 21, so it's really going to slow down Dignitas, as will that smoke. They looked like they wanted to play far more aggressive this round, but looks like they're bailing out from that B push. They know they've got the man advantage, but they've got to be careful that Dupree doesn't get picked off any time early in this round. Dignitas, however, they are in control somewhat. They just need to find their way onto one of the bomb sites.
And again, same response as we saw in the previous round. They're taking it very slowly on the anti-eco. Of course, they got the opening pick, taking down the player with the Galil. And in theory, you'd expect them to actually bias the play more towards mid and A there, because they know that the Galil was dropped over towards the B side. Although I do believe they were actually able to control the Galil there, so no Virtus.pro player could easily pick it up. But Snacks did actually grab it as I say that, so I am talking rubbish, and it seems as if they are going to go for the B play.
Fetish and Zifnix have Molotovs, and they're actually going to come over. This is the rain of fire that we were saying. Have Dignitas implemented these set plays into their playbook, and that is going to be a push on to B site here. It's only 2 members of Virtus.pro that are defending. Dignitas already on site. Are there going to be any kills here? As Fetish manages to pick one up. Snacks will take down Cajun B, but Dignitas are on site, and now it's a retake 2 versus 4. Dignitas are on site, and they are dug in pretty deep here. Even Dupree is hovering in mid, picks up Bialy, makes that P90 work for him, and I don't think there's much that Taz can do from here. He's getting surrounded, but Zifnix wasn't actually paying attention, didn't check through ruins, did get taken down, so another kill for VP, but Dignitas extend their lead to 3-0.
And of course, now things get interesting. We're going to get the bye coming in on the 4th round, both teams, so let's see how this goes. We are not seeing any AWP on the side of Virtus.pro. Let's see how they're going to try to lock down the CT side here. With all those AKs, 1 Galil for Zipnix, we can see that they have full nades as well. So, you know, I'm going to really be looking forward to a... Oh, look at this boost, actually, before I continue that point. Taz actually boosts up in the corner of the site. Usually this is a spot that isn't necessarily the best. It works maybe once in a while, and it can either come out huge or it can fall really flat in the space. But it does look like Dignitas are making the split on A. Actually, I say split, but they're actually all pushing in through apartments, just all jumping out silently. Wow, they're all just getting in there, and Taz is coming out huge with his position now, but they know he's there.
They know he's there. Device is looking to pick up the kill, but it's a difficult position. Does manage to get it. The smokes have already gone across, but they didn't get the bomb site as Cajun B was taken down by Taz. Now the bomb goes down. Device. It's a 3v4 here, but Pasha is pretty low. Neo all the way down to 6 health as Dupree fires off through the smoke up towards Library, and now they rotate on through the quad area. That's some big shots coming out from Cajun B. Device manages to take down his 1, but Snacks answers with a double kill of his own. Dupree now left in pit to fight against 2. He manages to find Snacks. Can he get Neo? Neo on 6 health. 1 shot would secure this round. Dupree does take it down. A really nice end to the round by Dupree.
And they're going to keep that momentum going, just forcing Virtus.pro into horrible economic times at the moment. And Dignitas, this is such a strong start. You really need to get this going as a T side, because again, there's like this huge psychology aspect when it comes into play. When you at the start of the match, when you're CT and you're struggling with money, you can't build a bank. You lose a lot of security, a lot of peace of mind goes away just because you can't build a bank. And every single round where they buy, they then have that pressure. If we lose this round, we're going to be screwed again for money. So Dignitas, they are just charging on with this right now and doing a great job, looking very confident and slowly pushing up mid. We, of course, have the pistols out here from Virtus, so not much really to be expected there. But I am looking forward to seeing if Dignitas do have more awesome set plays coming in to really show us and wow us with some of the serious amount of time they put into the game.
Yeah, Dignitas is just picking up kills left, right, and center here as Bialy did take down Fetish. As something I wanted to note was that Dignitas have actually been picking up a couple of kills every round. They picked up, I believe, 3 kills on Banana from standing on logs in 5 rounds already. VP did answer that back with an aggressive play down logs 2 rounds ago, but again, they played into Dignitas' hands. That time, I believe it was Device picked off a member on the logs, but this time it's a game changer. There's an AWP on Pasha.
Certainly. Let's see what Pasha can actually do with this. Let's check out his perspective. There goes the smoke. And it wasn't, one of those Kenny S type players where he just charges in with a good small, smokes himself, runs into apartments, quickly, quick scopes someone. But instead it was Dignitas. So they deny that angle from him, and that's going to be quite annoying. But here we go. We see the 4 players from Dignitas. It's thrown over those mollies as well. In go all the nades, and the push is surely soon to commence.
Yeah, the smoke has come across, though, from VP, so Dignitas aren't quite able to capitalize on the Molotovs going over. They've had to slow this down and actually rotate out, so maybe they were trying to sell to try and bring a couple of members of VP all the way over. And Pasha still up in the mid area with that AWP, waiting for that, turning the corner from Dignitas, but not really finding anybody. Dignitas are playing very, very cautiously around that mid area. They're not really pushing out where they don't have to.
Yeah, and they forced Snax and Neo to use all their nades on B. So, once all the smokes dissipate, they're actually still going to go for it. And Virtus.pro, they're still holding strong on the positions there. Neo getting a double, both Device and Cajun B going down. And Bialy with a wonderful position in pit. Double, and there is the third coming in. And that is just so well played. They didn't lose a single man. Such good play.
VP with a clean round there. Didn't even need the AWP from Pasha. That was just a split decision there from Dignitas. They started off using a lot of those grenades on B site and really didn't have them to attack the A site with. They were hoping that there'd been that rotation out, but the 2 members falling from Dignitas on Banana pretty much put an end to any kind of fast push. But this time, Dignitas obviously still had the money to buy on that, and so what will they do with these AKs?
Oh, we're actually getting somewhat of an aggressive push here, if we can just find them. Snax and Neo here over towards Carl, and look at that Cajun B going to take down Neo. So that is pretty huge. They know there's 1 man on B now. So do they play it slow, or do they try to capitalize? Because Virtus.pro, they have to send 1 man back, or at least have the floater, as we can see with Pasha, playing it in a spot where he can quickly go from site to site. And of course, that's really awkward, and they are just holding strong over on the A side, and it looks like this is their choice. Moving in to Arch, they have so many options there. They can go through spawn, or they can just keep the pressure on A.
Oh, Bialy with a brilliant spray down onto Fetish as the rest of Dignitas are heading back 3. Is that Pasha coming up behind them? Taz actually picks up Device as Dupree will finally answer that back, but Pasha with the AWP from behind picks up a double kill. Surprise at a library. It's Pasha's biceps holding that that AWP, and it's Zifnix with the AK against 3 members of Virtus.pro. They Molotov out, force him out from the bomb site. He nearly takes down Pasha, but that is another round here for VP. VP now at 2 rounds to Dignitas' 5.
That was a really well-handled round by Virtus. After that bomb went down, after they circled all the way through Arch, the thing about Virtus is they lost Neo course on the early push on Banana, and that gave them a lot of information. But that information was kind of nullified in the end by Dignitas, who they just held things steady, and they played a bit of time, delayed a little bit, waited long enough that, again, it could be anything that they could be doing. So they had that situation, and then they slowly crept up mid once Virtus had rotated a floater back towards spawn, and they could gain more space, and that's what they did, and it worked out really, really well. And this should be easy times, but it looks like the pistols are pretty strong, and there we go. They're in on the site, and they're going to get a plant out of this. They can maybe even win the round from this point.
Oh, man. Device and Fetish taking down 2 very quickly from that push, but a couple of members of Dignitas are very low, and there's still 3 members of Virtus to fire off through the smoke and use those HEs. Dupree will fall. Cajun B picks up another as Bialy will trade that back, but it's now 1v1. AWP against M4 here as Device. is hiding in the smoke. Oh, the smoke out by Pasha. That's going to make it pretty difficult. He will move up to the point. Oh, Device knew exactly where Pasha was. The smoke only works if you're not putting it in a tiny little area.
I feel sorry for the chicken. just battering the chicken with the smoke there. But yeah, 6-2 now the score, as Virtus can still buy. They're still pretty decent on the money. They're starting to build some bank there, but of course Dignitas are starting to wear at them once again. And let's see if Pasha's able to do much with this AWP. He keeps getting denied on mid, which is really, really key to deny that opening pick attempt. And so far, Dignitas have been controlling information very, very well in Inferno. And that is a huge deal, just generally speaking, for the CTs. That's half the battle for the CTs, figuring out what the hell is going on. And we can see here from Virtus.pro, they have 3 men over on quad side. Arch is completely given up, and this could be a very interesting gamble from them.
Could be. We'll see whether they can hold the point from here. Dignitas aren't committed to it quite yet. They've used a couple of grenades, but nothing really to write home about. And even VP are bringing the 4th member across, so they're already preempting this push here as Dignitas will push up. Oh, Fetish gets caught, Molotov in hand as Bialy sprays down 2. It's now down to the rest of VP 3v3, but they're in a much better place than Dignitas are. Taz picks off Device as he pushes onto the bomb site and snacks from behind. Dignitas just getting caught completely unawares by the stacked quad side of a bomb site, and that's a good round for VP.
That was pretty funny, actually, because one of the kills came in there because they just really didn't know that there were so many CTs on quad side. So, we saw him get one of the players, I forget which one it was, he got caught with the Molotov out because he knew there was a player on the corner, but he thought that, oh, I've passed that corner now. That guy can't hurt me. I can stay here, I can throw the nade. But in reality, there was one just hiding in the quad there, just hiding right in the corner still. And that was just caught him completely off guard. So that little switch up of 3 players on quad, we speculated about it, a nice little gamble. Turned out to be a very nice gamble as it really helped them secure that round.
Yeah, Bialy really making that work for them. Pasha taken down very low to begin this round. That's going to make him play a little bit more passively with that AWP now. Really doesn't want to drop that early on in this round. So he's actually hiding all the way back at Library, playing very, very deep. But VP have committed really early on to these 4 men around A for quite a few rounds now. You can see that they do have a member floating through CT every now and again, but it just means that if Dignitas were to push a little bit faster on B, they're being very, very cautious about it. They may have been able to catch VP. I believe it's only Neo that was remaining on B at that point, and maybe they wanted to go here. Looks like Device wanted to push around that corner onto B site, but 2 members of VP are there on the site. Dupree's going to clear out the top of mid as well, get that information. Oh, Bialy manages to just win out against Dupree in that 1v1. He stays alive with 8 health remaining. That's not going to be all that helpful for them as now Dignitas are pushing in towards... Oh my goodness, Fetish was caught with his back to Snacks, and Snacks punishes him. That's a double for Snacks, and Neo will finish off the 3rd member. It's now only Zifnix remaining, and there's not much he's going to be able to do against a 5-man Virtus.pro team.
So yeah, we saw like a kind of a variation of the old kind of... we're going to do a B rush. That's basically the idea. And oftentimes, and this was a favorite of FNATIC, especially when they were winning last year at DreamHack Winter. I think it was always JW, who was always the guy going through boiler, flanking as a lot of noise was made there. But this time, actually, noise was made by 2 men over on the kind of boiler apartment side, and they lost the duel. So then the 2nd man with him, who was supposed to go through CD spawn, had to go back. And now Pasha, he doesn't get smoked off, and this is what happens.
Finally gets that clear mid area. The smoke is far too late here, as Dignitas have already lost 2 men. Fetish has picked up a gun, so this was an eco round out from Dignitas. They would be not really expecting to do all that much from it, but picking up a gun is a bit of progress here. And remember, this is somewhat in favor of Dignitas. Now there's 6 rounds up. Pasha picks up a 3rd for himself. Can he make it a 4th? No, as Dupree turns the corner, will gun down Pasha. Now it's a 2v4, but they're getting surrounded. This is a difficult spot to be in because Snacks is already on mid, and Dupree... Oh, Dupree, you're about to get surrounded. It's Taz from behind, will take down that round, but Dignitas have got 6 T-side rounds. How many do you think they need before they're completely happy going into their CT side?
Yeah, as many as possible. They want to get at least 8 or 9, especially with. I mean, they've got a decent round count going for them, but you really want to push this up to 8 or 9. They're definitely going to feel confident that they can do that from some of the performances here. We don't see a weapon on Xyp9x though, as you can see him just here with the P250 having to resort to that, obviously low on money. And so this is really a troublesome time for them. If we're to see them make those extra rounds, they're going to have to take this one down, or they're going to be forced to an eco situation unless they get a bomb plant, maybe a couple kills and go for a bit of a force buy situation. And so far we're seeing them take over apartments, getting the information. They have banana as well, so they've got a lot of info, and they've smoked off quad as well, so they can really play a lot with this, but they don't know quite where Virtus.pro is defending. Virtus.pro's defensive setups are actually very awesome a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're defending very deep this round as well. You can see that on that A-bomb site, they're all the way back to library and kind of pit and graveyard area. Dignitas are going to try and make the push. It's going to be a rotate through Speedway over to B, but are they going to get caught? Because Snacks is there, hasn't managed to pick one up yet. That was a brilliant flash, actually, if that came from Snacks. As a lot of Dignitas will blinded. The occasion B will pick one up. Snacks answers with a double for himself, though, and it's a difficult spot for Dignitas now. Galil, AK, and Pistol. That's Neo on site. Again picking up Fetish. Oh man, Neo with a second on site. That's a third for Neo. Dignitas just running right into his crosshairs.
And Neo, the man to shut it down, and he did exactly that. That was all about them getting through CD spawn and getting that quick push on to B. But the funny thing is that usually when you get that situation, the push on CD spawn, it's because maybe you got a pick, maybe it's kind of open, and it seems like a really good spot, or maybe you're going for that kind of weird split, B and CD spawn to B. But in that round, actually, Virtus.pro kind of just backed off constantly, and all the grenades and the smokes kept pushing them back, so they kept everyone alive. And another pistol round, of course, with Dignitas, and things are looking really grim for them. They're probably not going to get any frags here with this kind of smoke work and rifle work from Virtus.pro. But that last round, definitely, it was
Neo is
really
on
well played.
4. Can he pick up the 5th? Neo will take down Xyp9x for the ace. Oh my goodness, Neo. That was a brilliant play. Flashed out, got behind the car, and from there it was easy pickings on Dignitas. That's an ace, the first ace of the FACEIT CSGO Spring Pro League.
But it was an eco ace. So
I know it was an eco ace.
So let's call it an eco ace. First eco ace. Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
A couple of the kills are with Neo's pistol. It's fine.
But here we have, another standard round coming up. So far, we've got a couple players from Dignitas pushing up on Banana slowly, trying to get position there to stop the CTs from pushing down themselves, so that they can keep them in the dark as long as possible. Got Dupree working his way in the balcony again, getting control of apartments as best as they can. But Pasha, with a great little peek there, catches a frag onto Cage and B. And it seems like it's just too dangerous just not to have mid constantly smoked if you're playing the round slow.
Oh, you can see Fetish actually setting up. You can see him even set the play up for that, the smoke and the Molotov that went into B site. VP actually didn't flinch, but Pasha picks up Fetish as he comes up to join the rest of the team through the top of mid. And oh, it's not looking good for Dignitas this round as Bialy finds Xyp9x as well. They're reading Dignitas completely here. But, Dignitas have got 6 rounds. 1 or 2 more would put them in a very comfortable spot heading into CT. But VP is shutting them down now. VP have got the economy that Dignitas are really starting to struggle in these T-side rounds. Maybe we need to see them go back to one of those set-piece plays.
Yeah, I mean, definitely A has worked out very well for them in the past. But the thing is that Virtus.pro, they're so diverse with their setups. I feel like they're very unpredictable in how they decide to do things on the defense. And is that a Scar, Pasha? I think it is. Pasha pulling out the Scar for the last round of the first half. Love to see that. We can see Snacks as well. The AWP red line. I don't know if he paid for that. It's very expensive stuff, expensive gear. But Dignitas taking over Banana with all of the team, with all 5 men. And here comes the rain of fire, as you put it. And this is definitely quite the set play as they charge in.
Device manages to take down one, but Snacks did already take Dupree off the board. That's 3 kills for Dignitas already in this round, and they are on site getting the bomb down. 4 members of Dignitas remain. Zipnik's very low, however, and now it's just a case of what can Dignitas get done, or sorry, what can VP get done to get back onto site here, as Bialy has been smoked out. Not a lot that he can do without committing and running all the way through the smoke, which you know he doesn't want to do. He's going to wait it out and try and get the retake. 2 members of VP now pushed up. Fetish already takes down Taz. Not too much that Bialy could do after Fetish was dropped, and 8 rounds to 7. You have to feel Dignitas will be very happy going into their CT side, picking up 7 rounds.
Yeah, maybe could have got more, but this is definitely a strong result. It's one of those round scores where you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I don't feel any pressure. I feel all right about this. Like, they're not going to be thinking we can't make any mistakes, or we have to be really careful. No, they're just going to play their game and going to be free to do so. And we're going to see the pistol round commencing here, and look at this, all of them just training the way up mid.
Oh, man. Oh, there's a push on from Dignitas, however, though, as Zipnix is getting taken down very low. That's Pasha picking up the first, as now the train is headed all the way down. Banana. Can Fetish do anything about it? No, instantly taken out by Pasha. Pasha is on fire. That's 3 already. Can he take down a 4th? No, it's not answered, but Dupree does take him down in the end, as Bialy manages to slay Dupree, but that's a pretty convincing round out from VP. Who cares if Dignitas have a stronger CT side? VP get the pistol round. And
Pasha was displaying the disgustingness of the Glock, because especially with the USP-S as well, like against the Glock, it can be really annoying if your opponent's jumping, because the only way to really kill him is often just to get the headshot, and that's what you're playing for. So if he's jumping around, it gets really awkward. And his Glock is doing pretty fine. We can see him switching to the burst there as well and everything. So Pasha really knows how to use that Glock, and he was just on a rampage showing us how it's done. And again, another B focus here, as Zipnix is going to see what's up, and that is really awesome. A kill for free, and he's going to be moving forwards, or rather moving backwards now with that information too. And Virtus.pro are in a position where they have to reconsider what they're going to go forwards with now.
That looked like a really nice play. If I read that right, it looked like a flash came over the building from Dignitas, and they poked out so Zipnix could get that early kill. It blinded the second member of VP on Banana, and now Dignitas, they're still on the eco, and it's a difficult position to be in, but VP are going to push into B. There's no rotation out yet from Dignitas. They are, however, bringing Device across. Fetish manages to take down Taz as Snacks and Bialy force their way onto the site. Device isn't able to do anything from CT, but Bialy and Snacks are very low. It's possible the occasion being Dupree could still do this. It's Neo on full health and Bialy down to 6 as Dupree is up on site. Can they pick up these kills? Bialy will fall. It's now 2v1 as Neo from the back of site. Can he make it work? No, Occasion B will answer with the kill, and Dignitas have picked up this round here in round 17, answered with their eco round.
That is just fantastic work by them. When you see something like that, you are just kind of gobsmacked, because that should never have happened. And they built that off of course, that little pop flash over, the coordination. I mean, when you're playing B as the CT side on this map, often you're with basically what becomes your brother, your man at arms, the guy that supports you for every decision, and you have to know each other inside and out and coordinate really well. And their timing there was absolutely perfect. And this is a massive hit to Virtus.pro. There's no doubt about it, but there's also no doubt that they have everything that it takes to swing this on back. And so far, they're taking it slow, taking control of second mid, probably going to be pushing in the apartments. I mean, that's always a good choice with the pistols, as they perform so well at the close ranges, but I just feel very scared for them right now that they're going to run into Dupree here, locking down quad.
You have to feel that VP have to build a little bit of steam here. They have to maybe get a couple of kills at least to stop the economy of Dignitas. If Dignitas pick this up and then get the economy to roll a little bit faster and faster, then it could be the Dignitas we've seen on CT side so many times, but VP still have the ability to shut that down. No frags yet in this round. It's a very slow-paced round out from Virtus.pro, and they are all at the top of mid. What can they get done? They're going to push around. Everybody on Dignitas is so deep because they have the weapons to fight this from a longer range. Device already gets Taz. Can he pick up another kill? He's put a lot of damage down onto Bialy as Virtus.pro are trying to get out towards Arches, but they're going to be met by more members of Dignitas. Dupree picks up Snacks, but Bialy with a nice headshot onto Zifnix will take him down. Neo falls, Bialy falls, and Dignitas even the scoreline.
That eco round of Dignitas, man, that really set them up for some sick stuff here. Okay, we're at the 9-9 scoreline. We have things all tied up, and we're pretty much back to square one. We're all even, and here comes the AKs from Virtus.pro. They're going to be pretty annoyed at some of these past rounds and the way that they've gone. So let's see how they're going to take this one. We saw a very quick push there, very quickly by Dignitas. Down Banana to check if there's a rush, and then they fall right back onto the site. So they know that Virtus.pro are focusing their efforts on second mid at the very least here. So they're going to have a pretty good idea of what's going on. And we might even see Dignitas have a very good setup with 4 players on A to defend here, because we could have seen how well Virtus.pro have been playing defensively. I've the expectation that Dignitas are going to understand the right moments to fall back, just as Virtus did.
You can see that Virtus, actually, their economy wasn't quite good enough to pick up any Molotovs to go alongside the smoke. So they're not able to make one of these plays on B that we saw Dignitas play, that we've seen out of all of the teams, including Virtus.pro. So this time they have to kind of play it by ear, look for the picks, get any opening that they can. And they're going to try and force this top of mid area again. Will they go quad? Because there's a lot of members of Dignitas on the quad side, and you can see Fetish already waiting over Arches, sat back outside the arch. Here comes the push from Virtus.pro. They've already got Device down. They've planted the bomb as well, but Dignitas have kind of forced them away from the site already, but Dupree is incredibly low. A peek out from Apartments will take down Dupree by Snacks. Cajun B on the ledge will take down Snacks in the Apartments, but the numbers are heavily in favor of VP, but does Cajun B even mind? He picks up a double, an important double, but it's a double that won't win them the round nonetheless. The bomb is down, it is ticking, but VP are going to lose a couple more weapons than they would have liked.
What an interesting round from Dignitas and Virtus.pro there. We saw Virtus.pro, I mean, Virtus.pro, just this team that they always pull out like these little strategies, these little crazy little plays where you're like, you kind of just, you know, your brow furrows a little bit. Like, what's going on here? And in that round as well, we saw like 4 men going up quad there. They locked down everything with smokes. Arch was completely locked down with smokes. They had the slow push up quad and then just got the bomb down and then just fell back a little bit. And it's just really, really insane how that worked out. But of course, they lost a lot of players, but they won the round, so it's all fine. And we can see Dignitas, their economy, you know, it's really hurting now. Look at this. They are really getting screwed for money. If they lose this round, Virtus.pro are going to start to cement quite a nice lead.
Yeah, Cajun B actually bought for Fetish as well, so that's how in trouble they are a little bit here. But VP, that was what they needed. They needed to stop Dignitas from picking up another round and forcing VP back onto an eco round, because they would have been on eco this round if they'd have lost. So incredibly important out from Virtus.pro to have been successful. But Neo is already pretty low, as is Zifnix, and that means it's a tricky situation for VP. They can't really go all guns blazing in because they risk getting sprayed down, but they're going to try this mid push once again. Is it going to work for them like it did in the last round? Oh, look, there's Cajun B from the cubby hole on Arch's side. Will take down 2. Device manages to take down a 3rd for Dignitas, and that is a great spot to be in here for Dignitas. Oh, Snacks trying to angle his way out of the balcony. Couldn't quite get it, and Taz is the only member alive. He's got the bomb, though, so he's trying to get a quick rotate over to B. However, I believe it's Fetish that's actually going to beat him there, so it doesn't look like it's going to be an easy bomb plant for that economy. Yeah,
no time at all. Taz just going for the save now, and it's going to be tied up very soon here. I mean, these guys are going round for round. You know, when they get to that breaking point, they're like, nah, we won't let it go. We're not going to let it go. We're not going to let it happen. And boom, game tied up again. Economies, once again, bit fragile on either side, but things are getting closer and closer to that, you know, the end of the game here. We're almost there, and they can't afford to make mistakes at this point. Neither team really has a buffer to work with, so they're both walking the razor's edge. As we see Taz again just pushing Banana, trying to look for any information to try and work out if Dignitas are pushing that, if they have tried to gain information by occupying Banana, but in fact they're playing it quite defensively, and so this could work out really well if Virtus.pro hit this hard and fast, and they get the opening frag. Taz coming out with 2 on the entry, and that's going to be the bomb down, surely. Although the bomb is just... What is the bomb, in fact, doing? A bit slow behind.
It was an incendiary grenade from Fetish. I was trying to see when he was going to let it loose. Did slow down the bomb plant a little bit, and Taz is actually forced to hide here. I don't know whether Dignitas are even going to try this. You can see from their positioning, they're content to just wait this out. They know they've got a lot of weapons, a lot of grenades still on them.
Yeah.
There's no reason to push in here, because if they do push, let's take a look at their economy right now. Yeah, that would be a horrible spot to be in. They'd pretty much be on an eco next round. And from there, VP would think in their minds they'd go to 12-10. So Dignitas are going to be fine to let this go to 11-10. Oh, Device manages to pick Neo off.
I mean, it's so
man, he got a
well.
second.
Really nice there to catch a couple players, but it is so difficult. I mean, you can completely understand the save there, because that push was so insanely fast. Even with the small delay to get the bomb down, it was still down so incredibly quickly. They didn't even get a chance to react. So they would be reacting after the bomb is, hearing the sound, bomb is planted. I mean, they, Virtus.pro are going to have perfect post-plant setups. Running into that, there's just no point.
Really interesting point from that is that Device was actually, from those 2 kills, just able to afford the Silence M4 to pass over to his teammates. So it's the difference between having that FAMAS and having, a fully fledged full rifle that you'd want. So those 2 kills are actually surprisingly important.
Here we go.
It's another push down Banana. This time Fetish is able to pick off Pasha, as Pasha tried to angle his way around the car, but Snacks is looking to smoke out. Here comes a little bit more of that set play with the smoke. Smokes and flashes all the way over. Zifnix manages to pick up 1, but Bialy will take him down in the end. Fetish jumps forward, but meets a couple of members of VP there. Device is letting loose through the smoke. He's got all of VP down. It's just Neo remaining, and Neo will fall. Device picks up 2 for himself in that round, and Dignitas holds strong.
They definitely do. 11-11 the score, as this is a much tighter match than the first. Of course, if you guys missed it, it will be up on FACEITvods after the tournament today, so check that out. LGB versus FNATIC was the first game. And if you did miss it, I won't spoil the result then. You can go check it out on FACEITvods, the YouTube channel, where all the VODs go, all the matches streamed on FACEIT TV. And here we have now a pretty awkward situation on the buy. Look at that. 2 AKs, CZ75, a couple pistols, Glocks in there. I mean, stuff is not happy for Virtus.pro right now, and they are going to be what looks like taking over apartments again and seeing what they can get to work with here. With some smokes, they might be able to get a couple of frags in middle, but Taz is going to shut down a player, Fetish, over on B. That opens up the field quite somewhat.
We've been seeing this more and more. The team buy AKs for 2 members who buy armor and make sure that they're at full strength. And then essentially the pistol players are almost there to kind of support the full strength members. So Taz made that push down Banana, I think it was, and actually managed to pick one off. But Cajun B will take down Neo as Neo peeked his head out from that lower apartments area. But VP have to kind of play this slow with only 2 weapons, although now Pasha has picked up the dropped M4. They are a little bit stronger here, but Pasha, of course, with no armor, has to be careful he doesn't easily get dinked as he turns a corner. So it is 4-on-4. Taz pretty low, though. So can they get around onto this A site? Oh, that's a lot of damage going down onto Taz as Dupree will take 2 members down, 3 members down. Dupree takes all 4 remaining Virtus.pro members down from the pit area. Dupree looking so good in that round.
So now we're on 12-11, and Dignitas starting to really rocket forwards with their performance. I mean, off the strength of that spray down from Dupree from pit, things are looking better and better. Of course, there's still the FAMAS on Zipnix, so they are not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination. Here goes a bit of a pre-nade and some position from Zipnix to see what's happening. And look at this Device pushing down middle. He's going to take down 1 player, and this aggressive play is putting things to a 3 versus 3 as Xyp9x is pretty much unable to do anything over at B. Smoked off, he can't provide any support, and that really shuts down the play when two players, they just can't do anything over at B.
Oh man, it looks so close to a 3 versus 3 because I got to question how byali got out of that one alive. 2 health, man, he's pretty much a sitting duck for the rest of the round here, but as you said, the numbers still are in advantage for VP ever so slightly. I don't even know whether you can call 2 health.
I've seen this before as well. Here go the smokes to carpet bomb the A bomb side. Basically, they're setting them up over on second mid. They should be able to smoke off everything. Don't know if they actually toss those smokes. Haven't seen them. But, there we go. There's one smoke on Arch. They're going to make the play onto that A bomb side through quad. But look at this stand. It is strong from Dignitas. 2 men remain still, but one of them's all the way over at Banana. Dupree has to try to delay. He needs help.
The bomb went down on the corner. It was a very sneaky plant as actually it looks like Xyp9x is angling his way around Arches. The members of VP left, Pasha and Neo, are pretty low here. Neo still only on 2 health, so he can easily get tagged down, but Dignitas can't commit to a defuse without at least taking down one more member. Neo actually finds a kill. Oh my goodness, Pasha.
Wow.
Oh, patiently waiting that one out. Dignitas just couldn't see where they were, and that is VP evening it up once again. Goodness, we're going to have to get used to saying that one.
And that is just pure insight right there, that post-plant situation. Insight. They just understand from so much experience exactly what's happening. You see when you see one player in one position trying to take you down, you know he's not really the player to worry about. He's the distraction. And I mean, we saw, Taz just popping out and just taking the frag easily there. It's just pre-planned. They know what will happen. It's all happening in their mind's eye.
It was a really sneaky plant place as well because Pasha put it right on the opening side of that ledge, and from there you have control from that quad area so well. So VP really using that to their advantage. Neo puts a lot of damage down onto Fetish as Fetish will fall. This could be the push here out of VP. Smokes have gone down. It's going to slow them a little bit, but can they get onto site? Xyp9x already takes down Taz, but he does get dropped by byali. One member rotating through the ruins, instantly getting taken down by byali with a nice headshot from site. Now it's down to Dupree and Cajun B to try and retake, but they say, not today, we're going to save our weapons. And I think that might be the right choice here from Dignitas. They are in a real slobber knocker here between these two teams.
Yeah, this is getting pretty tough, and you cannot separate these guys. Every time you think one team's about to break away, about to build that bank, boom, the other team just breaks it at that point, that critical moment. And as we were saying before, like, both of these teams are teams that can win this league. They're both massive teams, and Dignitas, although they don't have quite necessarily the reputation of Virtus.pro, maybe not the experience of Virtus.pro, but lately they are proving themselves to be more than a match for Virtus.pro. With these results they've been having, it is really amazing to watch them play. I hope that their consistency keeps on going, but they're not out of this yet. I'm almost talking as if they are. Dignitas are only 1 round behind Virtus.pro and Inferno. It is best of 1, remember.
I mean, I think Dignitas would be a little bit not as happy as they'd like to be by dropping half of this half of the game's rounds already. It's 5 rounds apiece on this second half, and Dignitas usually like to pick up a good few rounds on CT, as we know. And it's another push on to B here from Virtus.pro. Can Dignitas get the spray down here? As Taz is dropped incredibly low here. Cajun B from CT looking to grenade in. That's a very nice grenade. Will pick up Neo, who was very low. Taz as well, still only on 5 health. And Dignitas, although the bomb has gone down for VP, are looking pretty good here. Can they find the last couple of kills to allow them to get onto site? There's so much smoke over the area that VP had control, but now they may have lost it because Taz falls from Banana. Can Dignitas force their way onto the site? Device picks one up. It's Pasha remaining for VP. He will get taken down. Actually a team kill at a Device who ends up taking Xyp9x's head off, but they do get the defuse.
Are we going to see ridiculous amounts of overtimes from Dignitas again? What is with these guys? Oh my god. Can't they just win a game already?
Dignitas on Inferno. I feel like I'm on a broken record on overtime after overtime after overtime.
Oh yeah, it looks like we're getting there. But
We still got a lot of
Yeah,
rounds.
we still got some rounds left.
rounds.
Still 3
And
rounds left.
It's a mixed buy out of... Oh, no, it isn't. It's a Galil buy. Sorry, I was waiting to see what Taz
And,
had in store for us.
It's also just worth mentioning as well, on the B site, that was the right site to pick for Virtus to attack. Dignitas, they wouldn't have known this, but Dignitas only had a pistol and a FAMAS there. It was their weakest side as far as firepower went. But Dignitas, they played it smart. They kept those players very well positioned so that they can fall back. The Cajun B, he's under pressure, he's under fire. They know he's there in bedroom. This could be exploited. The whole wow, he turns his back. Did he not really see Cajun B? I don't even know. Snacks. What happened, man? What happened to Snacks? And now they're 5 versus 4. It's not so bad as the terrorist side because they can still commit all players to one place, but at the same time, Snacks
turned his back.
What is up?
Turned his back on Cajun B, and Cajun B made him pay for that. No bedroom intruders in Cajun B's house, that's for sure.
Yeah.
As Dignitas are looking to lock down their bomb sites. This is an important round. Let's take a quick look at the economy as we're heading in. Yeah, VP would be in a tough spot here against Dignitas if they don't pick this round up. That puts VP pretty much on an eco next round, and that you'd expect Dignitas to take that to 15-13. So they have to make this round work. We said this before, and they made it work earlier.
Here we
in
go.
the round. And they are going to push in on that bomb site. There's a lot of spray coming from Device through CT. Zifnix already making short work of VP as they're pushing.
Whoa,
That's a brilliant spray down
Zifnix.
by Zifnix. Picks up the 3 from sight. Bialy isn't able to get anything done from Speedway. And oh, Dignitas. It's been close. Can Dignitas extend to match point?
Oh my god, Zipnix, man! Like that position is horrible because in some senses, because that position you're kind of like, all right, I'm gonna get 1-2 frags and I'm good. That's good because once you get caught there, it's really easy to just be like, there's nowhere for you to go. You can't back off to anywhere. You're stuck there. There's nowhere to go. Yet, just the way that they lined up and like the grenades came in and everything, it's just the perfect storm of spray of FAMAS bullets, and it worked. It worked.
It worked, and it's an eco round from VP, and that's not where you want to be when you're 14-13 down against a strong CT-sided team on Inferno, and they're having to play this one slow. They can't make any mistakes because they need this round desperately. VP have to do something here on this eco round, and Dignitas have just been defending pretty well against the ecos, but this is the smokes you were mentioning before. They're going to go on to A. The barrage of smokes are going to leave A in a cloud, and they're going to have to make something pretty quick out of this. They are going to push around, but Cajun B already takes 1. Taz will answer it, though, as more smokes continue to flood. Snacks is going to go for the same spot that Pasha planted the bomb in and they had success on before. Bomb does go down, so they get the economy for the next round at least, but Device will take Snacks away from that bomb, and Dignitas now have re-established some control on that bomb site. However, it's in an awkward place to really commit to, and Taz is going to pick up Fetish.
Nice.
He has that AK. The defuse is on. Is it faked from Dignitas? Zifnix takes down Bialy as he tries to stop the defuse. It's now a 2v1. Taz pretty much... he got 1, but he couldn't get the both of them. And Zifnix has the kit, so that's the defuse, and Dignitas extend to 15-13.
And I actually did for those familiar with it, I did basically a CSGO Pro Plays episode, which actually featured the smokes that they used there, and they use those smokes like quite a lot. They used something similar in a previous round, but it's just the setup where they're able to get them right on, like to basically block Pit and make Pit useless, the Pit position useless. Then they can focus their efforts on quad if they want to, and they can get the bomb down. And this is a great pre-nade, quite a lot of damage going in there. But here we go. This sandbag position, this aggressive play from the players of Dignitas on banana defense might work quite well. But Zipnix, he's smoked away from his teammate here, but Device is at least there to back them up if something goes crazy.
Oh, Dignitas knows that this is it. They just have to hold this round. VP have got all the work to do. No, Fetish opens with a great start for Dignitas. VP 4 against 5 now on the last possible round for them. If they were to lose this one, it gives Dignitas the win in this best of 1. But VP still, never count them out. Never count out Virtus.pro. The Katowice champions. Can they get onto this B site? The rotate already on from Device. but they're all Fetish in the spot to the side. He's going to pick up one. Zifnix picks up a second. Fetish finally falls, but Zifnix with a second of his own device picks off Taz, and that is a clean finish to that round, and that is a 16-13 victory for Team Dignitas over Virtus.pro, but that was a real nail biter, only really right down to the very last seconds, the last rounds was that one decided.
And I'm glad we got to see some of the classic, Virtus.pro moves with the smokes, and those setups, they work really well. I mean, it's just something that like you have to go and copy that. If you're like a player, you just have to go and look at how they did that and copy it, because it's just so effective. You get this, and I love seeing it. This is why I'm like kind of harping on about it now after the game. You get the smokes down, which kind of block off pit. You can do it from second mid, and then you can get the smoke over towards arch as well. So you're just focusing everything around quad, and you can have the players coming from apartments as well. They're pretty safe, because the pit guys defending from pit, they're going to feel in a pretty awkward position. They can stay there, but the bomb is going to go down anyway. So, and the smokes will still be there, and they can get re-smoked and so on. So it's a pretty tough position, awkward. And I think that Virtus.pro recognized that this is also something that teams do like to do, because they actually played a few rounds on CT side where they didn't play anyone in pit. They actually played someone far away from pit, which is quite interesting, because the usual idea is pit is a really strong position, and it is. And you can hold the site almost with just one guy there. He can just dismantle everything.
That was where Dupree got his four-man from.
Exactly,
he picked up the four-man from pit. So, as you mentioned, just both teams showing us a lot in that series. It was everything we expected it to be, and really could have gone either way. It was down to that crucial 13-13 round where really VP just couldn't quite get it done in that round.
Exactly,
and they were forced onto the eco against Dignitas, and we know how strong they are on CT, but their T-side is looking stronger now as well. That's something to point out the last couple of days, is they've started ironing out that aspect of their game. So now they're not relying on banking a big number of rounds on CT and then kind of rolling it through. But that was an incredible game, and is a great showcase on how good the teams are that we've got here in the FACEIT CSGO Spring Pro League. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys.
Yeah, of course. And also, speaking of which, we have to throw the thanks out to Twitch and also eGaming Bets, who are supporting us and for this league. And without them, this whole thing wouldn't be possible. Without many people, it wouldn't be possible. So thanks, guys. We appreciate the support, and hopefully the tournament is going to go as it should and be freaking awesome. And so far, we started things off well, I think.
Oh, yeah. We've had 2 great games already. And, of course, it wouldn't be possible either without the FACEIT guys. And we're, of course, here in the FACEIT studio in London, which is brand
London?
New. It's all pretty cool. So, yeah, if you guys haven't checked out the FACEIT platform, make sure you head over to FACEIT and get yourself signed up, because you can play CSGO on the ranks there. Get yourself FACEIT points and then trade them in for awesome prizes. Even a Fiat 500 is like the grand prize.
If you play a little above average, might be able to grab yourself that one.
Yeah. But I think we're going to head to a short break as we get all of our players into lobby for our next game. What is our next awesome game?
Titan versus Wizards.
That should be a pretty good game, and I'm looking forward to that. You're looking forward to that. Hopefully,
Kenny
everybody in
what?
the chat is. I know.
I mean,
the debut, re-debut of Kenny S.
Exactly.
We'll talk about all of that and everything else heading into this game when we come back in just a few minutes. Stick with us here for the FACEIT CSGO Pro League.